Good morning. Okay, we're continuing with our book, Praying with Fire, number 2. So we're now on the caption of Emunah and Bitachon for all. So it says like this. Rav Yisrael Salanter once stated that if one needs 10,000 rubles and has complete bitachon, Hashem will deliver the money to him. You hear what he says? And this concept actually I've been delving on for quite amount of time. Meaning when somebody wants something, be'emet, from the bottom of the heart, and he knows that Hashem is going to give it to him, he says he's going to give it to him. A tradesman attending to the lecture remarked to him, so why work? He says, I will sit in the Beit Midrash all day praying and learning. I have the sufficient bitachon that Hashem will grant me 10,000 rubles. So he did that. He said, you know what, I have bitachon. Hashem is going to give money. Why should I go work? I'm going to go to Kollel and I'm going to make money there. And Hashem is going to give me. The day turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, and the months turned into a lot of time. Yet the 10,000 rubles never appeared. So he turned to Rav Yisrael in desperation. He says, asking why his request was not answered. So Rav Yisrael responded that if he has total bitachon, his request will be granted sometime in the future. But if you cannot wait any longer, he suggested, I will give you 5,000 rubles in exchange for the 10,000 that are coming to you. So the rabbi said, you know what? Let me give you 5,000, and the 10,000 that will come to you, you're going to give to me. So he said, it's a deal, the tradesman said, joyfully. Yeah. The rabbi said, okay, you can go back to work. Why? He says, you are willing to exchange 10,000 rubles for 5,000 rubles? You did not really believe that you were going to get the 10,000. Therefore, the money will never come to you. This is a very big lesson for us that, you know what bitachon means? I really, truly, emet, believe. You know, in our lives, we, for sure, have been in situations, amen, where we really wanted a certain thing, yeah? If we look back, we really got it. Why did we get it? Because we had this inner bitachon that Hashem is going to give it to us. I'll give you an example from me one time. I went to this Luna Park, and there's this one game, I don't know if you know, there's a little star, red star, far away, in a little white little card, and they give you 100 bullets, and you have to make sure that none of the star appears there. So I never played this game, but I always said, wow, I would one day, I want to beat it. So what happened was, on this day, I was with my wife. I said to myself, you know what? I must want to win it. And I said, okay, I'm going to play. I gave $10 for three opportunities, 3 times. Can you believe on one opportunity, I got the whole star out? It's something that really not easy to do. He was shocked. He brought the thing, because even if there's a one little dot, it's a 5-corner star. One little dot or something like that, you lose. So he looked at it, like, wow. Yeah. He goes, look how many winners we had. And I look, there's like maybe, 6, 7 winners. I go, what is this, today? He goes, no, for the past 15 years. You hear? A little big bear, whatever, dog, whatever it was, Scooby-Doo, I think. But what I'm saying is, that moment when I wanted to play, I wanted to win. I know it's an example that's not. It's an example that's not. It's an example that there's no spirituality there, but it's a example of when somebody really wants something, Hashem says you got it. 100%. Let me tell you something. He just said, why didn't you do that with the lottery ticket? Because when I buy a lottery ticket, you know what I say? Hashem, no matter how much I want to win this 30 million, I really don't want to win it. I really don't want to win it. You know why? I know what the problems that are going to be with it. So I buy it, yeah? Imagine, $2 billion. You're thinking, $2 billion? You know, $1.5 billion? You know what's going to happen? I'm going to be like a regular Peter Pan. You know? I'm going to go around the world. I don't know, maybe I'll probably divorce my wife. Swear, I just, I'm saying. But no, yeah, you're right. You said don't use this word. Correct. One of the commandments. But I'm being realistic. That when somebody's under this money destroys. You understand? It could build, but it destroys. So I tell Hashem, give me in whatever I need. Don't give me more than what I need. So truly and really, if you want to win the lottery, be'emet, you have it. You know what? I have a surprise for you. He says you're going to get it. But you know what it is? If we have that lottery ticket, somebody tells us, listen, I'll give you 10 grand for that lottery ticket. Guess what? Pazalasta, let's do it. And therefore, you're not going to get it. All right? So he says, to have the level of bitachon, Rav Israel demanded, may seem to be beyond the average person's spiritual strength and level of emunah. And yet, as previously stated, the Rambam rules that having emunah is a mitzvah. He's saying maybe this form of bitachon where I completely rely, it's not for regular people. It's for tzaddik yisor olam. Maybe no. He says no. Rambam says this is one of the mitzvot. Rambam said to have bitachon and emunah, one of the mitzvot. This means that even a child of 13 years old is expected to have an emunah. Therefore, every adult, even if he spends the greatest share of his day hard at work pursuing his livelihood, has spiritual capacity for emunah and bitachon. He goes, we regular guys who are going to go to work right now, not Baba Sali, right, has to have or does have within us this bitachon and emunah. It's we who decide to actually, grasp on it and use it or not. He says, Rav Elchanan Wasserman asks, since many great philosophers and thinkers throughout history have struggled with emunah, how can the 13-year-old, understand and accept such lofty idea? How could it be? He says, a 13-year-old has this capacity. He answers that essentially having emunah is far less complicated than we make it. Having emunah does not at all require philosophy. Emunah is obvious and straightforward. It's only the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, that blinds the eye and creates doubt and refutation. You hear? He says, the Chavot HaLevavot states that according to the natural rules by which Hashem sustained the world, emunah must be available in abundance, for it is a necessity of life. You hear? Emunah is in abundance. Rav Lopian, Lelia Lopian, further explains, he says like this, the rule is that everything that mankind requires for survival is available in abundance. Without air, without water, we cannot live. Air, everywhere. Water, you can go to the lake and drink the water there. It might not be the cleanest, but dig deep enough, you get water, free. He says, we need this for a man cannot survive without this. Therefore, it is available to all, in all places. For the soul, emunah is the air to breathe. And without air, one cannot endure for even a brief period of time. As we said, we have bitachon when we go on an airplane. We're trusting that who knows who the guy is behind the thing, taking us up thousands of feet in the air. Imagine, you don't have bitachon? You have.
Emunah is a psychological pill for a person.
Oh, so when you're driving, when you're eating, when you're walking down the stairs, we are relying on something. What is it that we're relying on? Our strength? So he says, Hashem did not place us in the dark and then require us to see Him. Chas v'shalom. He didn't place us in the dark. Evidence of His presence is abundant all around us. If we feel as though we are in the dark, it is because we sometimes see the world through cloudy lenses of the Yetzer Hara. Once we remove these lenses, Hashem's presence becomes as pervasive as the air we breathe, and we have thereby taken a vital step towards truly powerful emunah, bitachon, and prayer. So he says, when we don't see Hashem, guess what? It's our murky eyes of the Yetzer Hara that, colors us this different picture. Nah, what are you talking about? What Hashem? It's all you. This world is only temporary. Try to get as much as you can. Imagine a person puts you in a place where there's, millions and millions of gold over there. Or they say, okay, let's go. You only have this time and So you know what he says? No, go do this, go be here, go do there, go do there. Why? Because mañana you're going to be no longer. And that's it. Finito, my friend. Finito la historia. No. Everyone has to have the proper glasses. If you are seeing this, you have to wipe the Yetzer Hara away. How can we do that? Only through learning Torah. You hear? So therefore, just to summarize, Emunah and the resultant bitachon are available to every Jew regardless of his situation and station in life. Anybody can have this emunah bitachon. It's not made for the big tzaddikim and gedolim. By definition, emunah is abundantly available all around us. For it sustains our neshama just as air sustains our body. It says it's everywhere. Everywhere we see, we can call it accident. Everything is in a, oh yeah, that's by chance. Yeah, that's because whatever. Yeah, this was it. Yeah, or we can say, wow, I see the hand of Hashem. You hear? And finally, the struggle to find emunah results from the Yetzer Hara's effort to create doubt and disrupt our focus. You hear? It's all a matter of how we look at life and how we perceive life. Our guidance is only by Hashem. Every customer that you get in your office, it's a Hashem guy. How many dental offices are there? How many? If you think about it, it's like, wow, how did this person choose me? You're on 47th Street, deep inside the whatever, and all of a sudden, customer comes to you, spends $10,000, $15,000. How's that? He bypassed so many people. Well, accident? Not an accident. Hashem knows that's your time to get the money that you need to get. You hear? So many barbers. Yeah, heads are walking. After 1,000 walkers in. Hi, how much is a haircut? You hear? $70. $70. The Bakshabalat with a $35 tip. Moshe Soloman. All right? So, Bezat Shem, we should, just as we're breathing the air that's all around us, we should see emunah and bitachon just like that. It's for us to grab free. Okay? Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen.